Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, September 1st to the 15th, 2021, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. Let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Magician, as above, so below, and that's absolutely beautiful energy to be rooting us. And then we have the Emperor. So if we're born on the cusp with Aries, or if we have Aries within our natal chart, that's going to be coming through very powerfully as a rooting force. So we can see ourselves being a little bit more fiery during this time than maybe we're even comfortable with at times. We then have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If we have this within our natal chart, that's coming through very powerfully within our inner selves. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Hermit. The repeat of the number 9 means that inwardly we're coming very close to a completion of a cycle. If we have Virgo within our natal chart, that's also coming through very powerfully, amplified by the Knight within our inner selves. In our hearts, we have the Four of Wands, celebration, success, the minor arcana marriage card. Our hearts are married to something. It could be someone, but I see it more as a sense of self and development, and it's something. It's like the way I want my life to move forward and the way I want to be able to celebrate it. We have the Ace of Cups, God, Source, Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe is handing you yourself, Pisces, as a water sign energy, a gift that enlightens you, that emboldens you, that moves you forward, that helps you see things differently and intensely. It moves us then to the public arena. We have the Two of Swords. There's a way forward that we hadn't paid attention to before, and it leads us to the Three of Wands. It leads us to a new horizon. It's like, wow, I never thought this would be an option, or I never thought I could move forward this way. Now I get to. Now I get to look at this horizon. Now I get to look at this way forward, at what I desire. Let's look at the energy we are to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we have two. We have the Princess of Cups and the Princess of Pentacles. This is this first thing that Spirit said as these turned over. It's naivety around money. This is something that we have to be mindful of during this time. If we have bad financial habits, this is going to be a time where we really have to step back and say, okay, why am I doing this? Am I, scrolling through Amazon or, whatever, because I'm really upset and I just need an outlet? Am I buying this because I need it or because it's going to benefit me? Or am I doing this out of frustration, out of anger? So that's going to be something very important. There's also going to be somebody here who utilizes your spending habits. It's like almost as if they're like, well, I know you like this and I know I can get you to do what I want through this, like saying, oh, it's like this. It's like, it can be through saying, oh, you're going to be donating, or, oh, you're going to be really helping out this person, whereas you're really just helping them out. So do be mindful here at that. Okay, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, of course, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We also have to be very mindful of not being naive around money during this time. Just very, it's very straightforward. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Relationships, the sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra is always very complicated because it's a tricky chakra. It's where our creative energy is held. It's where our sexual energy is held. But it's also where our drama from this life and past lives are held. So this is a time where we're going to see our creative energy needing to come forward. We're going to see our passionate energy needing to come forward. Our relationships really intensifying. Now, this doesn't mean simply romantic relationships. These are going to be any sort of relationships, and also the relationships that we have with ourselves. This is going to be a sense of, I need to strengthen this relationship that I have with me. I need to strengthen my relationship with spirit, my relationship with the divine, my relationship with my own intuitive understanding. And as I do so, I strengthen my relationship with my creativity, but also with what I sexually desire and how I want to express myself and how I want to embrace love. This then leads us to the Magician. As above, so below. As we think it, so it becomes. And as we stand before the altar of our existence, claiming our elemental power, claiming our power, our tenacity, our greater understanding, our insight, and our ideas, we start to break down barriers and really embrace where we want to be and how we want to move forward. There's a sense of magic around us. There's a sense of beauty around us. There's a sense of harmony around us if we claim our power. And if we claim our power, we can claim our throne. We can sit on the throne. We can say, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is who I am. The Emperor says, nobody gets to lead me. I'm embracing the power that has me leading myself, has me moving myself forward, has me going after what it is that I powerfully and purposefully need within my life. This is my kingdom. This is my existence. This is me. And I am embracing me with tenacity, insight, and profound understanding. It moves us to the Hermit. So much during this time, our inner self, it isn't meant to be shared with everybody. This is something private. Our discoveries, our greater understandings, we might share it with one or two people. But this is going to be a time of transformation. This is going to be a time of looking at our passion and our desires and saying, I'm illuminating my way. I'm illuminating my way through the quiet, through the steady, through the beautiful, through the harmonizing, through the connection with me. And as I open up my eyes this way, as I disconnect to everything that people say is important, and as I connect to everything that is important to me, I step away from, like, here you have a torch, right, and a walking stick. Well, here you have the bandaged head, the arm in a sling. Oh, excuse me. And you have the stick here, the walking stick, because I need it, because I'm unsteady on my feet. Here, even though he's older, he's steadier on his feet because he's saying, I'm moving forward, not listening to the words of everybody else, not listening to what everybody else desires of me or what everybody else demands of me. I embrace me. I embrace my understanding. I embrace my impact. I embrace my ideas. And as this opens up our doors, we are going to see ourselves slowly and steadily moving towards what we desire, what we want, and what we need. This brings us to the Knight of Pentacles. I fight for my for my financial freedom, for my ability to develop and to nurture what is intrinsically important to me to move forward. In our inner selves, when it says I fight for my financial freedom, it doesn't mean that it has to be a battle. It means that I stand firm within myself, claiming my space, what I desire, what I want, what is important for me, and I move forward on that path, saying this is what I need within my life, this is where I'm headed, this is who I am. And that's the game changer for us. It brings our hearts to this place of celebration, to this place of love, to this place of beauty. The Four of Wands is saying rejoice. Rejoice because it's time. It's time to lift our heads up to the sun. It's time to let our energy flow through freely and powerfully and beautifully and say, this is what I love. This is me dancing freely and sillily, yeah, we'll make that a word, and just rejoicing in the fact that I'm here. The fact that I'm moving forward towards what I love and what I need within life. The fact that I'm embracing happiness. This can lead to new job opportunities. This can lead to moving house. This can lead to new relationships or a strengthening of relationships. This leads us to better seeing ourselves, better understanding ourselves, detoxing from negativity, detoxing from heartbreak and pain and disappointment, and saying, this is my power. This is my greater understanding. This is what I'm rejoicing in. This is what I'm married to. This is the creative energy within my life that I need to nurture and spend time with and build, because as any good marriage, that's what you need. It just doesn't instantaneously manifest. It's like, this is what I've been working for. This is what I desire. It opens up the door and it brings us to this place of healing, beautiful love. It brings us to the heart washing away so much that we emotionally carry with us that isn't needed, that holds us back, that keeps us small, that denies us. And so here we release. Here we embrace. Here we start to say, oh, I didn't know that I was carrying so much pain, so much hurt, so much disappointment. I didn't know that so much was holding me from where I needed to be. The Ace of Cups is this rejoice of movement and energy, is a sense of freeing ourselves from the baggage that tried to tear us apart, to rip us down. And now, as we are free, we can feel an added sensitivity to the world. We can feel like we feel things a little bit more intensely, or we can start articulating the fact that we might feel more than others. We might really see ourselves as and understand that we're really sensitive beings. We could be looking at everything that's going on in the world, or all the chaos that is around us, and it can really upset us in other ways where people are like, well, you just have to get over it, right? You just have to toughen up. Pisces, it might be very hard for you too, and it might be very hard for you too, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to say, I feel the world. It is an extraordinary thing, and I don't know why we don't honor this more, but it's an extraordinary thing to go through life and to feel things so intensely and to be so connected with the world and people around us, all right? And yet still remain a happy, good person, not let the world tear you down. That's extraordinary. And yet we don't look at it as extraordinary. We look at it as, oh my gosh, seriously, you have to get upset about this too? Seriously, we can't talk about XYZ for 18 million hours a day? It's like, no, I don't want my energy vibration to be brought down. I don't want to be angry and upset and worried and hurt and despairing over things that cannot be changed right now. That they cannot, I cannot stop. And so here, it's like, be aware, yes, but also really be mindful of your heart. Really be mindful, Pisces, of the energy that you let in. Because the Two of Swords, it's like, as this cleansing comes over you, as the heart opens up, it leads you in a direction where you were like, I thought there was road A and road B, and I was okay with that. Maybe not thrilled, but I thought, okay, those are the two roads you walk. Now we're seeing so many more open up. Now we're seeing ourselves open up and say, well, I can go this way or that way. I can do this or I can do that. I can move here, I can move there. And it's like, oh, there are options. Oh, there's it's just a sense of and the way that we can move forward, what we can go after, it's so surprising. It's so enticing. It's so beautiful that we have to say, yes, it's time. Yes, it's time for me to say, I'm not A or B. I wasn't made for this or for that. I was made to follow my own path. I was made to embrace my dreams. I was made to look at things with my own intellectual understanding, with my own mind, and say, this is my path forward. And it brings us to the Three of Wands. It brings us to this place of beautiful opportunity. It brings us to this place where we look out over the horizon and we say, there's more here than I ever thought possible. We start to see our ships come in. We start to see our ships go out. We start to see opportunities and adventures and again, just possibilities leading us to a place that we might never have thought we could be. In the public arena, it's like, are you going to go for it? Or are you going to play it safe or the way everybody else wants you to play it? This isn't saying to be reckless. This isn't saying to be foolish. But this is saying that sometimes you just have to gamble on you. Whenever something like this comes up, I always think of the tarot. And I remember starting this channel and being terrified. This was so out of my comfort zone. And I remember people laughing, thinking, oh my gosh. And I remember somebody, saying that I was just being absolutely foolish to think that anybody would be interested in the tarot and the esoteric and anything like this. And yet, to do it, I felt more me than ever before, and I felt like I came home. And that's the energy here. It's like feeling like I've come home. And that's what you have. So Pisces here, we're coming home. And that's what the Four of Wands is. It's the opening up of the door. It's the coming home. It's the celebration. It's the connection. It's the responsibility of coming home. The responsibility of the mortgage and everything like that, right? But it's the sense of, this is mine. It's the marriage. It's the contract. It's like, this is mine. Not to say that we own people, but this is what I have a responsibility to. And it brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the moon. Pisces, this is us. In the major arcana, we have to be mindful of letting fear get in our way. Letting the subconscious and the conscious fight and fight and fight until all we have is doubt and fear and negativity, and we don't know the way that we want to move forward. The moon does not illuminate things beautifully, but in shadows. And that's how we're going to see things. But if we step back and we let ourselves embrace love and we let ourselves look at what we want and say, okay, well, why do I want this? How am I moving forward this way? Have really open and honest conversations with ourselves, which is something that we don't have. We think we're just supposed to know without ever talking to ourselves, to our partners, to loved ones. I mean, and that's just silly. That's just silly that the world has put this expectation on ourselves that we can't possibly know another person. They say that so many fights are started over the fact that one person defines a word differently than another does. And so if we don't even have the same exact definition of words, where we have a dictionary with all of them in there, why do we expect everything just to fall into place? And just to happen naturally, organically? Of course it will. Yes, of course it will. We should believe that things will fall into place. But we should also know that it takes a heck of a lot of work. And a heck of a lot of gumption on our part. This is a time, subconsciously, the energy that we have to be mindful of subconsciously is ourselves and our own fears. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is clarity, the third eye chakra. This is opening up our minds. This is opening up ourselves. This is understanding that our third eye is leading us towards more of an understanding, more insight, more ideas. And this is letting our intuition guide us forward, listening to the messages that come our way, even if we're not always able to make sense of them right away. It leads us to our subconscious rooted energy, and that is strength, Leo energy. Now, if we have this within our natal chart, Leo is coming through very strongly subconsciously in this certain area, but it's also saying that the subconscious embrace of strength is really coming forward, rooting us. And we have to understand that strength is not the bodybuilder, look how, buff and tough I am type of strength. It is the quieter strength. It is the enduring strength of the soul. It is the strength of love, when the person is not easy to love. It is the strength of compassion, when there is more than enough reason not to be compassionate at all. It is the strength of understanding, when you can't really understand. That is strength. It is strength of loving after having your heart broken. That is strength. And that's the strength that we're embracing here, being told to embrace. It moves us to our inner self. And that is the 9 of Swords, another 9, on the cusp of a completion of a cycle. We have it 3 times, so divinity is telling us we're moving forward financially. We're moving forward in what we value as much as money. We're on the cusp of it. But there's a lot of doubt and fear, a lot of listening to others, and a needing to turn inward and listen to our own voice and our own illumination. The Nine of Swords is the ladder out of doubt and fear and sorrow and chaos and worry. This could be having headaches. This could be not sleeping well at night. We need our rest. We need to take care of ourselves. And this is also saying here that we need to release a lot of stress from our shoulders to be able to say, I see me, I understand me, and I love me. And I'm letting myself relax. I'm letting myself embrace who I am and what I desire. It leads us to our subconscious emotional self. And that is the Empress. We have the Emperor and the Empress coming through. There's a beautiful connection here, a profoundly powerful soulmate connection that isn't quite going to be realized at this time, but is definitely going to show its face through. The Empress is claiming a throne we didn't know we lost, claiming a voice we didn't know we had, being able to nurture and bring something forward, being able to birth a child, creativity, ideas, passions, purpose that guides us. And that we thought, oh, well, there's nothing to this. What we're going to see is that there's everything to it. It leads us then to our subconscious public arena. And that is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is my vampiric energy card. This is saying do not let others, especially in the public arena, steal your energy because they are jealous, because they are vampiric. They just want what they do not have. It's easier to steal the energy from somebody else than it is to acquire it on their own. Be very mindful of this, Pisces, because you'll give and not realize exactly what you're giving away. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the magic that is to come. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.